What's up, guys? So I'm trying to figure this thing out. As you well know, I normally have Dustin helping me out, and he just called me, and he's had a little emergency to where he had to go to urgent care because he shoved a pencil under his cuticle above his toenail, probably about an eighth of an inch deep. So he is actually going to urgent care, and yeah, it's so he kind of threw me into this last minute, guys, and I'm kind of stressing because I've never done this before by myself.
Are you in it?
Yes. Hey Bill, what's up, man? So
the wife saved the day.
yes, the wife has saved the day because, as I said, I've never done this before, and so I appreciate all you guys coming in here, and I hope if anybody can let them know to come to this stream versus the Flight Club stream, I would greatly appreciate it because, again, I'm not used to doing this, and Dustin does it. So therefore, I'm kind of learning all this stuff. I do have OBS set up on the computer, but not to where I've had to use it. So that being the case, as I said, I'm having to wing it literally tonight. So I just appreciate any of you guys coming over here because, hey, what's up, Jeff in Lower Alabama? Michael, what's up, man? If you're just coming in, guys, I was explaining that Dustin, he called me 10 minutes ago. And he's like, man, I got an emergency. I've got to go to urgent care. I thought it was his daughter. And I'm like,
them sharing the links with the guys.
And yeah, guys, if you could share this link to anybody out there, because there were several guys in the room, and so if any of you guys could share this out for me, I'd appreciate it very much. Because I'm new at this kind of stuff right here because Dustin's always done it, and I've just never done it. Thankfully, my wife Tara came out here tonight and helped me get this thing going because I saw you guys coming in the room, and if you notice my other pinned comment in the beginning, it said that I was trying to do this by myself. So thank you guys. Hey, trying to make it happen for you guys, man. But getting back to what happened, Dustin, he hit me up 10 minutes before the show, and he's like, man, I'm sorry. He said, but I hit my toe on my daughter's pencil, and the lead went up between the cuticle, which is the skin above his toe, and his toenail. And it's like probably an 8 1/4 inch up in there, and it broke off. And he said, man, I can't pull it out. That's like kind of like zipping yourself up in your zipper. Only a friend with a blindfold and a Quaalude is going to help you with that problem. And he said, man, I couldn't pull this thing out. So he's going to urgent care. So Dustin, if you're listening, man, wherever you are, we got it up and going. And wish you well, man. I hope everything goes good. He said he's going to let me know later how it's going. So hopefully we'll know more about how he's doing with that. So, again, guys, sorry for the confusion. But thank you so much for finding your way here and joining me tonight as I do this by myself without the wingman. So, again, thank you, guys. Just glad to have all of you here. Hope you guys got some flying in this week. I know a lot of guys have been to Jet Jam, George Watts, Dave Marshall, Pilot Ryan, Bobby Committa. A lot of you guys have been there. Rich Baker, having a great time. Had a lot of rain. As Dave was talking about on his show last night, it was kind of muddy. They were walking around barefooted, and I think Nate tried to burn down somebody's trailer. Just saying. Glad it didn't come out bad. And hopefully they'll get all that, worked out. But I know Nate didn't mean it. Nate's a good person, man. And again, guys, in case you missed Dave's show last night, what had happened was Nate had one of the octopus connectors that had all the different little connectors coming off of it. And he plugged it into his charger and started the pack, and he walked off, and there was nobody in Sea Mafia's trailer. And the Dean's plug on that octopus charger started arcing on the aluminum kind of table they had the charger and stuff setting on, and it just started skipping and almost like arc welding the aluminum from what Marshall was saying, which luckily it didn't start a fire, didn't hurt anybody, and they caught it pretty quickly. But it could have been a bad situation. So again, guys, don't ever leave your batteries unattended. Kind of scary things that can happen. And, luckily, like I said, Nate felt really bad about it. And, Mafia didn't go totally crazy on him. But like I said, it could have been a lot worse. So just really, guys, don't walk off and leave your packs. That's just another good lesson learned there. And we all know that. So let's see. Let's do a little roll call. Hey, Shay, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Again, we got Wild Bill, Michael Reiska. Glad to have you here, buddy. Mr. Dennis Farley. Cheers to you, man. Good to see you tonight. We got Victor. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I see you got some good flying in. George Watts. Again, guys, just thank you so much for being here tonight, fellas. Again, Dustin had an emergency come up, and David Snyder. What's up, buddy? 6SRC. Hope you're doing good. Hey, I'm trying, man. It's like I said, it's the first time I've done this solo. I'm nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs because I've just never not had my man here with me. So, just thank you guys for being here tonight. But no, as I was saying, again, be careful with your lipos. They learned a lot at Jet Jam with that this past weekend. Had a lot of rain, but they had a great time out there. A lot of great flying. It looked like I tried to watch all the videos I could see. A lot of nice stuff. A lot of events coming up, guys. Just to throw it out there at you in case any of you guys are near North Carolina, Greenville area. Our club is having a fly-in October 23rd at Coburn Field. It's in the AMA magazine. If you guys get a chance, check it out. If you're in the area and can get here, please do. We'd love to have you. If you want to get here Friday evening, we do have some camping. It's kind of like what they call primitive camping. We do have bathroom. We have a clubhouse, things like that. We have charging tables. We have plenty of charging stations as far as power goes. But the fly-in is Saturday, the 23rd, and we love to have any of you guys here with us. I know we're going to try to get Bobby here, the RC plane reviewer. Jeff, Bobby's friend, which is, I think, Jeff NC84. I'm going to try to get Brian here from Hangar 18 Hobby Shop in Cary, North Carolina. Also, Raleigh Hobby, Tim. We're going to try to get them down here. And we're going to also try to get actually, we've got a commitment from the guys in Grimesland, North Carolina from Southside Hobbies, guys. That's their card. These guys are great. They're also Horizon dealers. Southside Hobbies in Grimesland. They do a lot of surface stuff, but they're awesome guys, and they've already said that they would definitely come and bring some stuff, chargers, batteries, things like that. More the merrier, guys. So, yeah, any of you guys that are close in proximity, I know there's a lot of things going on. Try to come if you can and hang out with us and do some good flying. Hopefully the weather will permit. We'll have a good time. Also tonight, guys, I know you hear me say it every week, but I really think a lot of this guy. He does a great business. In case you haven't checked him out, please, guys, check out zoomrc.net. That's zoomrc.net. He makes awesome servo extensions, guys, which at a lot of your big hobby shops, Motion, Horizon, places like you can't even get them right now. They're back ordered. He makes the JR twisted ones with a heavier duty leads. They're super nice. He'll custom make them in any length you want them. He has tools, anodized switches and gimbal rings for your transmitters if you want to dress them up a little bit. You guys can see here, I actually put them on my radio. I've got the blue anodized aluminum, and I've also got the sticks. I put his things on them here. These all come in different colors as well, guys, but they really can dress your radio up. If you want to add a little bling to it so you know it's yours at the field, because several guys laying them down around the table, you kind of going, which one is mine? Well, now you can specify and you'll know. But yeah, he zoomrc.net, guys. And if you'll use code JCRC10, you'll get 10% off your entire order. And I will tell you this, he's out of Texas, and typically his shipping time, I'm in North Carolina on the East Coast. I get my stuff from him in 3 days. He sells switches for your balsa planes, tools, surface, tires, things like that, guys, that you can't find in a lot of places. He's a small guy, but puts out great big products, and he does a great job. So definitely please check him out. ZoomRC.net. I'll say it again. I like helping out the little guy too, man. You know, we're all little guys here and little fish trying to grow up in a big pond here. And I also wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for checking out the latest videos that I'm putting out. The weather's been pretty bad around here. There's a lot of rain. We've gotten, let's see, probably over 10 inches of rain in 2 weeks here. We went 2 months and didn't hardly get any rain, but it was windy, so we didn't get a lot of flying in. And then we went from no rain to all the rain in 2 weeks. It's finally stopped this week. I was cutting my grass, what was it? I think it was Saturday, and it was like cutting a swamp. And guys, I got centipede. I got really nice, lush grass, and it was just soggy. It tells you how wet the ground is. So hopefully we're drying out from that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, send the rain your way, guys. Yeah, that's right. I wish I could, because we're tired of it here. I can tell you that. We'd like a little break from it. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you dropping that link in there, man. And he appreciates it very much too. Good guy, I can tell you. But thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man. And I know a lot of you guys have ordered stuff from him and been very pleased. So keep it up. Keep helping him out. But yeah, we got some flying in this past, what was it, Sunday, I believe? Yeah, I flew my SU-30 again, or Su-30, whatever you guys want to call it. The sweet spot on that plane for me, guys, is a 5,000 pack, and I'm using an HRB. I've put a 6,000 in it. It did fine, and I'm flying it off grass, guys. And I told you last week's show, and I'll tell you again in case any of you guys weren't here. What I did, I cut the lower part of this wheel pant off right up to the axle. So I still had some of it because I didn't want to take it all off. But I cut this part off. Now this would be the bottom of the wheel pant sitting on the ground. It sat like this. As you well know, if you have this plane, it sat on the ground, guys. So I took off 3 up to the axle right here with a Dremel. And guys, I'm telling you, even with taller grass at our field, with all the rain, the grass has been taller because we haven't been able to cut it. I'm telling you guys, that jet rolls out great. I fly it in high rates. And I'll tell you something else I realized this past weekend. I know Deuce is Wild. I know Mike has this jet. He had some issues with the altitude he's at, getting it to rotate. He's finally got it, and I'm glad for you, man, because I know you love it. What I have found out with this jet, it is a home run for E-Flight. There's no doubt about it. It is one of the best flying jets in my arsenal, other than my free wing A10, guys. It's an incredible jet. It handles well in the air. It's very predictable. The only thing I will say about this jet that I personally have found out, I do fly it in high rates. So I have found that landing this jet in low rates for me is better, because when I come in with some speed on this jet, if you're using high rates, you have a tendency, as soon as you hit the elevator for it, to want to do this, and the ribs around the nose want to give it even more lift. Whereas if you go to low rates with this jet, you're not getting as much of this. Should you just give a little bit of elevator or throttle management? I try to use throttle more than elevator. Hey, but David, that free wing A10 is one of the best jets ever made. I love mine, man. It flies, I'm talking incredible. And the E-Flight 64 millimeter to A10 flies, they fly alike. They're just, one's bigger than the other. So they're both great planes. They got such large wings, you know. Slow flight is great. But the SU, for me, it just does better in low rates landing, because I can control it a little better coming in, and it's not so sensitive. That's just me. What's up, Wreckham Roy? How are you, buddy? Jeff Adams, how are you? Again, guys, I'm sorry that I don't have my wingman here tonight. Dustin, I hope you'll be okay, man, if you go back and watch this later. Dude, let me tell you, if any of you guys have ever shoved anything under this part, the skin right here of your fingernail or toenail, it's like, I mean, like somebody shooting bamboo under your nails, man. I mean, that is some sensitive area. And he broke off a pencil lead probably between an 1/8 and a 1/4 inch up under the skin on top of his big toenail. So, ow, you know what I'm saying? I hate it for him. So yeah, he texted me, told me he couldn't be here. He had to go to urgent care. I said, hey man, handle your business. I get it. I understand. So I am solo. So thank you for being here and bearing with me and coming over to this stream, because I had to get my wife to help me with this because I've never had to do this before, guys. So just thank you. But also this weekend, guys, we got in some other flights. I know you guys hopefully you've seen my albatross video. Again, I know you guys have heard me say it on my channel. You've heard me say it on videos on the channel. Guys, I can't tell you what an incredible flying plane this is. And it's one of my favorite flyers. I didn't have to do anything to this airplane out of the box. I'm talking the scheme is perfect. The paint is perfect. Basically plug and play. I had to put a receiver in it. I put the Admiral 600 with the gyro in it. I fly a 4500 pack in it at about an 80 millimeter from the leading edge CG. Guys, I'm telling you, whether it's water or whether it's grass, this plane flies like it's on rails, and it's got power for days. Twin engine, 1600 millimeter. It's actually a little closer to 17, I'm thinking. But amazing. Every time I fly this plane at our field, it's a showstopper. A, because it takes off the grass without gear. The whole bottom of this plane, guys, is a hard plastic. So you don't have to worry about messing up foam. When I fly it off our grass field, I do take off the rudder, which is really simple. It's just a matter of taking out a screw and taking off the paddle for the rudder. And you just stick it in your box, and when you want to fly off water, you put it back in. Jared Kirby, that is the Avios Albatross, man. And it's an incredible plane. And I think I paid $289 for that plane, and it's been one of the best $289 planes I've ever had the pleasure of flying, and I've not had to do one single thing to it other than fly it. It has lights. It has twin engines. I mean, it sounds good. If you guys watch the video, and I hope you will, the sound of the motors in this plane is incredible, especially at full throttle. It has a lot of pull-out power when you want it, but yet it'll fly so slow, guys. I mean, this thing's coming across the field like it's creeping. It's almost like it's going to hover. And I mean, I can fly it inverted for the length of the field and like nothing to it. And it's not falling in the nose. I mean, so the CG is spot on with a 4,000 Admiral in it. It's what I'm flying in that particular airplane, a 4,000 Admiral at about an 80 millimeter CG. Now, I have flown a 4,500 in it, and it flies great. And I use about a 75 millimeter CG, and I've flown a 3,200 in it, and I use about 85 millimeter CG. So it's about 5, give or take, back and forth, depending on the pack. But a 4,000 is sweet spot on that airplane. Yeah, Jared, it is. What's up, Deuces? Appreciate you coming in tonight, man. Sorry about the confusion. Again, something happened with Dustin. And, yeah, I mean, it's just he had a pencil shoved up under his toenail cuticle. It was his daughter's pencil, and he had to go to urgent care to get it pulled out because it's killing him, and he said he couldn't do it. But I'm telling you guys, the Albatross is incredible. And my friend that you guys have seen me help learn to fly, pilot in training, Mr. Brian Brody, Ace as we call him, he was doing my filming in that video. So thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you guys, my buddy, not only is he flying good, but he's doing really good in filming. I'm getting him using that camera real good, and he's learning, and he's watching the videos, and he's watching how all of you guys film and how I film. And so he's doing a really good job, and I really appreciate him filming that video. And I will tell you this too, guys. I've got some good video coming up of my friend Baron Walker that you guys have seen flying. He is ringing out the MiG-29. I've got that video coming. You saw him flying his T-33. I think I put that out last week. That's an amazing flying jet too, guys. That's one, if you don't have it, you ought to get it. It flies like it's on rails, and you saw how long it took it to land. It wants to really fly. It wants to hover almost. So or float as we call it. And he had to put full flaps in it to get it to even slow down. So the T33 is awesome. And I also have Barron. His real name's Brian. We call him Barron. That's his YouTube channel, Barron5362. If you guys get a chance, check out his YouTube channel, Barron5362. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, man. He doesn't care if he has subscribers. This dude can fly a board, man. I'm telling you. He flies the BVM turbines at our field. He flies some big scale, I'm talking massive jets, man. He's a hell of a pilot, guys, and he is like our guru out there. He can set up anything. He's an IT engineer, so he's a smart cat, and we all love him to death. So, Brian Barron, if you're watching this, man, thank you so much for all you've helped me with in this hobby, and all the guys at the field. You always are helping us. He helped the guy Sunday at our field. Rather than flying, the guy brought a P-38 to the field. Brand new, never been flown. He asked Brian, he said, well, Barron, he said, will you help me set it up? And he said, sure, yeah, not a problem. Because he wanted to maiden it. So he helped him. He worked on it. Rather than flying, man, this guy took most of his day and worked on this airplane for this gentleman. And he had a Futaba radio. First mistake. Sorry, a little partial, spectrum. But it was one thing after the other, man. One of the flaps was not in sequence with the rest of them. Out of four, one was not. One was going up really slow. The rest of them were going up quickly because they didn't have a speed set on them. But one of them chose a speed and it was slow. So that was probably a bad servo. And this is a brand new plane out of the box. There was another issue. What was it? I can't remember. I think it was something with the elevator. But Barron worked on this plane. I'm betting for, 2 hours, man, and didn't fly. He was helping this guy. And, you can't ask for a better guy than that, man. Come out to the field and take up his day helping other people. That's the kind of person he is. So, Brian, Barron, hats off to you, man. We all thank you out there. You've been a great inspiration, a great helper. So if you're watching this stream tonight, and I hope you are, hats off to you, buddy. But, so I've got a video of him flying his Spitfire coming up. We all love the Flightline Spitfire. I also did a video this weekend of him flying his his A-10, guys, the free wing A-10. Let me tell you, I love mine and I love to fly mine, but Barron, he flies it like no other, man. This guy can get like 4.5, 5 minutes out of this bird. He did 5 touch and goes on our field with this plane the other day. And I mean, he said, would that be qualified as 5 sorties? I'm like, I think that would, man. But yeah, that video is coming. I've got several in the queue that past couple of weekends that I've done coming up. So thanks all you guys for watching my stuff. Like I said, the weather's kept me from doing some stuff, but now it's getting better. So hopefully I have some good stuff for you guys to watch. What's up, Photon? How are you, man? Good to see you, my ranger. Glad you're here, man. Deuce said it's been a triple-digit heat in Colorado. Yeah, I heard it's been hot out there, man. What's up, EQ? How are you, buddy? Let me see. Go back in the comments here and see what we got, guys. Let's see. This I can somewhat figure out. Let's see. Airwolf. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Ricky. But yeah, David Snyder said 6 to 7 minutes. Exactly, man. But, when Barron flies it, he's got to punch it several times, man, do some killer flybys, some low flybys, and some slow flights. So he's getting anywhere from 4.5 to 5 minutes, and he's flying HRB 6000s in it. So, yeah, there's my buddy. What's up, Mr. Brody? How are you, man? I was just sitting here bragging on you, man, and your filming skills. Glad you're doing well. Video of the Albatross, that's all Brian, man. He shot that and did a good job. Camera was kind of coming in and out of the power saving mode. So a couple of times he was like, man, this camera's gone dark, man. I'm like, just keep filming, man. Keep filming. So yeah, it turned out really good. So thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, so let's see. And guys, I know you guys saw Brian flying his Corsair last week. again, congratulations to my buddy. Corsair, man, guys, I don't know if I know a lot of you guys do Facebook, but today a memory popped up on my Facebook, and it was 1 year ago, I think today, Brian Brody was flying the mall a year ago today, and it asked me if I wanted to share. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with all my friends on Facebook because this cat has come a long ways, guys, in just slightly over a year. When he got that mall, that was only like the third airplane he had. And he bought that from Dustin, actually. And, man, he's got a trailer full now, guys. I mean, he's got the T-28. He's got two T-28s, the big one and the FMS. He's got the Corsair. He's got the 190 from Hobby King, which is a great flying airplane. We've flown that one too. Gosh, he's got the big FMS Beaver, which he flies like ain't nothing to him now. He's got a P-40, which I did a video on that he's flying. I mean, guys, you know, you guys are into this stuff, man. Some of you have been doing it a long time, right? Let's face it, we all know flying, you know, low-wing planes when you've only been doing this a year is a big accomplishment, especially for the pucker factor. I mean, you know, this is a guy that's gone from never doing this before to flying a Corsair like you guys saw in the video that I put out, a week or so ago. And if you hadn't seen it, check it out. Please give it a like and give Brian some props, man. He flew that plane like a champ. And really, just really happy for him and how well he's doing. It doesn't matter, man. I mean, I'm kind of got it, so I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm okay. Thank you. But yeah, so you guys, I appreciate all the positive comments that you've given him because he's doing a really good job. And like I said, to be flying planes like Corsairs and P-40s and things, low wing planes. And in case you guys didn't see this sitting behind me right here, this is his newest plane right here. We just got it put together, and he hasn't maidened it yet. It's coming. We've had a little issue. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced it. We've had a little issue with the tailwheel servo. We've actually put a new one in it. It'll go like this, you know, when you do the sticks back and forth with the rudder, but then sometimes it'll stop and want to go real slow. The factory servo had an issue, and now another servo we've put in, brand new, has an issue, kind of doing the same thing. Doesn't do it all the time. I don't know if any of you guys have had this issue with this plane. If you have, chime in, let us know, and let us know what you think and why it's doing it. Because we've gone through everything on this plane and cannot seem to find a reason why it will be doing it. If you plug the rudder directly in, it doesn't do it. If you take the Y cable out that the tail wheel goes into and plug it directly into the receiver, it still does it. So I don't know. It's baffling both of us that two servos would do the same thing. So, like I said, if you guys have an explanation, please drop that in. But be waiting on this one, guys, because it's coming, and he's going to be flying this one soon. And I know several of you have done the wheel mod on this to, you know, get the softer wheels for it. And I think he may eventually do that as well. We have a grass field, so it's pretty forgiving. We're not on geotech or asphalt like a lot of you guys are, or AstroTurf deuces. That's nice, man. I mean, it's really nice, you know. Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys that have flown it, Rich Baker, Pilot Ryan, and I think even RC Geek Chris, they've had a lot of bounce issues with this thing on landing unless you really come in on the mains kind of hot and let this plane settle down before you touch that tail wheel down. You cannot do a three-pointer on this plane, period. I think even Mary Boozer's had some issues with that. But all of them have changed out the wheels on it, if I'm not mistaken, to soften the landings. But again, you know, we've got grass, so it is more forgiving, even though it's a super nice field when it's freshly cut. It's beautiful, guys. Our owner cut us about 6 wide streaks this past Sunday, man. It was fresh cut down. I'm talking skint down like a green putting green on a golf course, man. It was awesome. And my SU-30 came off of that just like that. No problem at all. And that was with a 5,000 pack in it, and it did exceptionally well. So let's see. What else went on this weekend? Like I said, I flew several things. I flew the SU. I flew the Albatross. What else did I fly? I'm trying to think, man. It's like so many planes, so little time. And all the guys are packing up and leaving. I'm like, where the hell are y'all going, man? It's a beautiful afternoon. I mean, come on, you know? But yeah, it's let's see, even on grass she will bounce. That's Shay, that's what I hear, man. And again, I think landing that thing in low rates will also help too. He says your best bet is just give a little aileron last second and let the wheel touch first, and she sits every time. Yeah, true that, man. Let's see. Jeff did your gear mod. He also did your mod on the nose gear and trimmed a couple of slats off the. Hey, exactly, man. Worked good, didn't it? That plane's got some tough gear on it, man. I'm just saying, because my first couple of flights, especially if you guys saw my video. Well, I haven't put that video out yet. I see that's another one I got to get done. My maiden flight. She's got some stout gear, man. That plane will come in pretty hard, and I think Shay even said that. And she's still going, man, and had no issues with that gear. So they've got the gear on that one right. From what I can see, that SU is awesome, man, and she is a great flying jet. Let's see. Jeff said, still tinkering with Bobby K's Gloucester Meteor. I was asking Paul that question. Okay. And any of you guys, I know George Watts was at Jet Jam. So George, did you see that HSD F-86, man? And if so, give us your thoughts and opinions on the power of that thing, because that's going to be the main thing with that jet. And to me, I like it. I'd love to have it. To me, it looks more like a MiG-17 in the nose, down to the air brakes. I don't know. I mean, I got a MiG-17 up here, and to me, that F-86 looks more like the MiG-17 than it does the Freewing F-86. Just my opinion. Just saying. Your thoughts and go. Yeah, is Nate in here? What did he say? Let's see. Nate, great job flying at Jet Jam. Yeah, Nate. Oh, yeah, there you are, man. Good job on messing up my man's trailer. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, shit happens. All right. Glad it wasn't any worse, buddy. Glad nobody got hurt. And Nate said he liked that F-86. So what was your thoughts on the power of it, man? Did you see vertical? That would be the thing. What is vertical? Did it look good? Did it seem to have power enough? Because that's been one of the main things I've kind of always heard from the HSD jets, especially the F-16, was underpowered. Now, again, I haven't seen anybody at our field fly it. That's just kind of what I've heard and other guys' opinions at the field. George said it had plenty of power, especially scale speed. It looked really nice. Okay, good. Well, you know, I mean, that airframe flies great. I mean, let's face it, the F-86, the MiG-17, they almost look very similar. Yeah, so it ought to fly well, especially as big as it is and with the wing loading it's got. George says it has plenty of vertical. Okay, good to know, man. That's great. I'm glad to hear it, man, because I'd love to have it. I want the L-39 in the camo scheme from Motion. I just wish Motion could get some stuff in, man. I hate it for them. You know, it's bad when it's prime flying season and they're out of so much. And I mean, let's face it, man, that ain't what they want. You know, I mean, these guys, that's not what they want to happen. So what's up, Kenny? You found us, man. Again, just to reiterate, Dustin had to go to urgent care like last 10 minutes before the stream. Jabbed a pencil lead about 1/4 of an inch up under the skin over his big toe, and he said he could not pull it out. He had to go somewhere and get it done. So here I am, man. And doing the best I can and trying to get it going. And Kenny, you know, let me say something about Kenny, guys. First of all, Kenny's laugh is infectious. All you guys know Kenny, the marathon man. But Kenny, what a sport, man. You know, on Facebook all day today, I've seen Kenny at the Oscars. I've seen Kenny with cheeseburgers. I mean, I've seen Kenny on Facebook a lot today. And hey, Kenny, good sport, man. Awesome, awesome. I think it's great that we can all laugh at ourselves. And I props to you, man. That stuff's so funny, and glad you take it like a champ and nothing to it and laugh it off, man. Because I'm sure you're laughing like crazy. Because I think that's your personality, and I can hear you laughing right now, man. Because I know that laugh, and like my wife says, it's infectious. So props to you, man. And I'm glad you're a great sport with that kind of stuff, buddy. Everybody can't be that way. But again, I thank all you guys for finding me tonight, because we had the Flight Club premiere up, and last minute I'm scrambling, man. I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? But hey, I found it, got it here, got it done, and again, thanks to everybody for your awesome support and for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry, Dustin's not here. That's what you got. But I'm working on the this Spitfire again. Guys, I was telling you last week. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is a old Hangar 9. I've had it for a long time, but it's a beautiful red tail airplane. Beautiful, beautiful kit. It's electric. It's got the Power 60 in it. And I found out, because it's got the high-powered E-Flight, the blue, nice E-Flight 60 amp ESC. And I found out in doing some research on Horizon Hobbies website that this ESC can fly from 3S to 6S. Well, let me tell you, I normally flew it on 4S when I flew it. I put a 6S 4000 in it the other night. It was all my buddy could do to hold it in his hands while we went to full throttle, man. This thing, it's going to rip when I get it all done. But what I'm waiting on, guys, I'm redoing the retracts on it. As I told you last week in the show, it had the Robart pneumatic retracts in it. I just did not trust them. And I took them out, and I'm putting in different retracts. And I'm probably going to do a JP controller in it as well, separate BEC. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this one. I would love to get up and do some JP retracts in this thing, man. I think that would look awesome too. I'd like to reach out to JP and see, what they could do as far as the same size that bolts right in where the Robarts came out of, because that's what I'd like to have, same size. The E-Flight out of the T28 fits perfectly in these holes. And the factory struts on this plane fit with the E-Flight retract. So right now I'm kind of going, well, should I just go that route? But I know the problem I'm having with the T28, guys, and it's frustrating the crap out of me. And like Jared Kirby and David Snyder, some of you other guys, even Dustin, we've all talked about this in the last two streams. And, yeah, no doubt, Shay, they are awesome. I can look on their Instagram and their pages and tell they're killer retracts. And I know you get what you pay for, and I don't mind paying for something, guys. That's one thing I can. What's up, Boozers? How are you? Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate it very much. But it's one of those things where I've had a lot of trouble with the T28. I even put the JP controller in it to work the retracts. Still not working properly. Some of us guys in here last week talked about doing a separate battery pack for those retracts. I may try that before I take them totally out. I just really did not want to put $200 servos for retracts into that T28, because I don't mind the struts that are in it. I don't mind the factory struts. They're fine to me. I like them. I'm not going to land that plane hard. I can land it so soft. It's crazy. So I don't need trailing links or anything like that, or aluminum struts. I just basically... I want to keep the factory struts, but I want better retracts. I want retracts that work. And so a lot of you guys have gave me suggestions. Dustin actually did some research on RC groups and found out that the free ring retracts will work in that plane. So that may be another option, another route that I may go with. What's up, GB? How are you, buddy? Glad to have all you guys here tonight, man. And like I said, thank you, Wesley, for you guys coming by. Appreciate it, man. It means a lot to me. Always glad to have you here. Let's see. So, Jeff, what are you still having? Well, Jared, I mean, as of right now, I've still got the E-Flight retracts in the plane and the JP controller connected directly into the receiver. And one of them still won't go all the way up unless I cycle. And finally, maybe 3-4 cycles. And if I creep so damn slow that the plane's about to drop out of the air, they'll finally all go up like they should. Great. And then after that, it flies great. It does great. It does great. I love flying that airplane. It is an awesome flying airplane. I put the 3-blade prop on it. I've got lights on it. I put the 100 amp ESC from Smart ESC. Matter of fact, there's the box right there. It's an amazing flying airplane. I just want the retracts to work right, man. That's all. I don't think that's asking much. I just got to figure out what I want to do. And I'm trying to do with what came with it, but it ain't doing it. So it's going to be almost on to step number 2. I am tempted to try a separate pack on the retracts with the JP controller and see if that matters. Let's see. I must have got lucky on my T20. Nate, my buddy has the same plane, and his does fine as of right now. But if you go read Hobby Squawk and things like that, that is a big problem along with the ESC on that airplane. That's the reason I checked it out. A lot of people are having problems with those retracts on that T28. And 3 or 4 flights in, the 70 amp ESC is crapping out. So I went ahead and got rid of that, put 100 amp in. So thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, David, it'll do great on the ground if you're holding it. They go up, they do great. It's in the air, man. And so I got enough common sense to know, slow the plane down, slow it down, try to cycle to gear. I have. And like I said, I almost have to slow this plane down to a hover to finally, and that's if all of them, and it's normally the left one that will not go all the way in. It hangs out about that far. And maybe on the 4th cycle, it'll finally go on up and do like it should. And once after that, it does great. Let's see, Wesley, I love my T28 with a nose steering servo. Yes, I had to replace 2 of those. And I actually ended up going to a bigger servo and had no problem with it. And it was the Spectrum servos, man. Not impressed because I actually ended up putting a free wing in mine and had no more problems with it. So, yeah, that was another issue that I had. Let's see, David Martin Graff. Jeff, do you find yourself needing to give your planes a few clicks of trim, and do you like flying more nose or tail heavy? David, again, we all know that nose heavy can be safe, and it also depends on the plane. I like my Warbirds to typically fly pretty balanced, and I can normally find a really good CG. I built a real nice CG tool that I set my Warbirds on or my jets, and then I also have one that I bought. So I use both and kind of see which, and I'll play with the battery placement, and I'll play with gear up, gear down, things like that. I normally can find a great CG. Now, on some jets, I like it slightly tail heavy because it helps to come in a little better on the mains. The A10 by Free Wing, I want it to be a little bit more aft CG because it lands better on the mains and it doesn't have a tendency to bounce. You guys know how that is if you have that plane. Same thing with the 64 millimeter E-Flight. I like that CG back on that one, guys, because I landed on the main. What's Wesley said, but how did you find out it looks like it's still in the box? Which one are you talking about, Wes? I keep my boxes, man. Now, come on now. I do. I keep my boxes. Don't give me no crap. The only one in the box right now is the AL37, and I just got to get it. I got to pick a scheme and get it painted, and I keep going back and forth. So other than that, the MiG has been flown. It's in the trailer. Everything I've got now is out of the box and flown except for this one right here. So, yeah. But, it just depends on the plane, I guess you could say. A lot of people fly nose heavy to be safe, especially on a maiden, and I get that. I would too. But I do like to try to get it as close as I can to a good balance. Let's see, Jared Kirby on the FMS 1700 retracts, which are the same as the Carbon T28. When I run the JP Control Settling, I also run a separate pack. Yeah, see, Jared, and that's another thing I was thinking about. You know, like I say, I may try that route before. Yeah, no kidding, GB, right? Got to have a backdrop, right? And then look, the pictures on the Horizon boxes are awesome. So hey, um, but yeah, I'm thinking about trying that separate pack myself before I do anything else, and just see what happens with that because it'll give it more power. Um, just go for the combat snow camo on the AL-37. Yeah, no doubt, right? Exactly, man. Hey, might as well go with Arctic camo. Like I said, if it ain't Arctic camo, I don't want none. Um, but yeah, I really want to do the Stormtrooper scheme on it, which is black and white. I just got to get it done, man. And I'm either going to do one of two things. I'm either going to airbrush the Stormtrooper on it because I can do it. I mean, I used to do motorcycle helmets and gas tanks. I can freehand it. Or either I got to get a decal from Cali or something and put on the back, which would be quicker and simpler. And I'd also talked to my buddy Mr. Beast about doing one for him, but it's getting together with him, man. Right now with COVID and everything, it's been crazy, and so he's very careful with that kind of stuff, especially with all his staff and everything. And I get that. But yeah, I'd love to do one for him, and Beast Airlines. Wouldn't that be killer? But yeah, it's again, man, it's just time and the weather's not been good. So, and yeah, deuces, I like my boxes, man. And like I said, as you can see, Horizon, the pictures on the boxes are awesome. And, they used to give us that. I think the last box I got from Motion was the F-14, which is back here, and it's awesome, man. That box is beautiful. And I switch them up, guys. That's one thing I do. I switch out my boxes and I move them around just to give you guys something better to look at than this mug while you're sitting here. Check that plane out, check this plane out, check it, So hey, but yeah, and I've still got a maiden, my P-47 right here, which has got the Servo engine in it, guys. That's the only gasser I've got. So I've got to get it done too. Again, I've just been waiting on the right weather, the right day, you know how it is, guys. If you ain't feeling it, you're not feeling it. And I'm not going to jeopardize this airplane if I'm not feeling it. Just on a whim. And again, George Watts, thank you for sending me your number, man. I've got to get with you on setting up the radio for a throttle switch on this plane, because as you say, when you come in with these gas planes, guys, you got to be able to have enough power to keep it going, because it'll cut off on you if you don't. But you've also got to be able to cut the power back once you get it on the ground to stop it, because if you don't, it's still going to fly and you're just going to keep right on going back up off the runway. So there's that certain, kind of like on a helicopter, you got to have an idle switch. And I know that's got to be what it is. So yeah, George, I got your number, man, and I'm going to get with you on that as soon as the weather's good and I can get into flying this thing, because I'd love to pick your brain. And a good friend of mine at our field's got the big Zero, and he wants me to find out too the same thing, because he's got the big gas powered Zero that he bought from a guy. So let's see, I just put the DLE 20 on my H9 P47. Okay, awesome, man. This has actually got the Servo F86 4-stroke gasoline in it, which is it runs like a freaking clock, man. It sounds awesome. I bought me a RPM gauge right here, and I've tested that, and the plane runs great. It runs amazing. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm scared. I'll own it. I'm scared of it, just because it's gas, and I'm worried about it cutting off and having to dead stick it, which on the bright note, it is a P-47. And I think if I had enough altitude and it cut off, I could land it with the surfaces moving, which it does have, separate pack for the surfaces. So that being said, I think I could land it. I just don't want to have to. I want to keep it running, man. That's the whole part of having it. If you're going to do it. David Martin Graff says electrics are way more forgiving than gas. Yes, sir. You can speed up and slow down all day and get out of trouble, but not gas. Get it wrong, and those wait sometimes enough to come right into the ground. Yeah, exactly, David. And that's what I don't want to happen. This is too nice of a model, man. It's beautiful. And I stole it from the guy, and I hate to say it. I did. And I've got enough to build another one. He gave me enough for 3 airplanes. So I've got tons of parts that I've got a brand new fuselage. I've got 2 cowls sitting right here. There is another canopy sitting right up here behind these boxes. Up here, I've got a whole box full of wings. I've got what, 3 sets of wings, several elevators, several tail sections. I mean, I've got enough to build an electric one if I wanted to. Jared said it'll be fine, Jeff. Those Sato, yeah. I mean, that's what I hear, man. And I'm telling you, it runs like a clock. I can't complain with it, but I just want to be able to throttle it down enough when I land it that once I get on the ground, it won't try to keep going on me because it's idled up too high. Because there's that happy medium, and if it's idled down too low and you go power off, you're taking a chance on it cutting off on you. So George knows a way that I think like an idle switch or something in the radio, that when I get it on the ground and feel good about it, I'm guessing that you'll flip the switch and it'll idle down to where it should be and you won't have a problem. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, hopefully that'll be good. Oh, my buddy. Oh man. Oh God. I'm not going to show Dustin's big toe on here, guys, but he sent me a picture of his toe with where they pulled this thing out, and man, it looks like it pure hurts. So, hey man, I feel for you, because I mean, your toes are some sensitive things, man. I dropped something on mine about a week and a half ago, and I couldn't even say anything. I just went and stuck my foot in the swimming pool, man. It was like, and my wife and kid are looking at me, and I'm just like, you know, it hurts so bad. I ain't lying. And my wife's like, well, just step on it. I'm like, are you kidding? The damn flap of skin's hanging wide open. I don't think I'm stepping on it. So I just went and stuck it in the pool and stood there and held on to the handrail in the pool, just like, you know, a saltwater pool. So it had to have helped. Let's see. Paul Hatcher, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here, man. Let's see what he's talking about. I'm just tripping. I looked down on the floor in my garage, man, and there is like a freaking frog moving. And I was like, what? I caught him out fishing over here, man. Cute frog, but damn, I thought it was a snake, man. I was getting ready to come up out in here. You know what I'm telling you? Let's see. Paul said, I'm doing my first balsa build now. It's an old discontinued PT electric kit. Awesome, man. Good deal. That ought to be nice. Yeah, they are. The balsa kits are a lot of fun, man. I had a great big cub. I sold it. Had the big Hanger 9 cub, actually. It was super nice. And then this is a balsa P51 Red Tail by Hanger 9. It's a 60-inch wingspan. This plane, supposedly in the manuals and everything, is supposed to be a trainer. See if I can get it over here where you guys can maybe see it a little bit better in the camera. It's a beautiful, beautiful airplane, guys. It's called the Amazing Grace. I built this plane 9 years ago, flew it several times, and it just made me nervous because it was balsa, and the retract scared me because half time they would open, half time they wouldn't. So I just hung it up, and it's been hanging ever since. And I thought, you know what, man, this plane is too nice. And I think I've come a good ways in my flying skills over 9 years. I'm flying jets. I thought, you know what? I got to get this plane flying, and I got to get it right. So that's what I'm working on, man. I think it's going to be great when I get it done. So let's see. David, Paul Hatcher, that's awesome. Been a minute since I've seen one of those. Yeah, exactly. That ought to really look nice. Hopefully you bring it to our fly-in when you come, because I hope you guys from Kinston will come on over here, man, and fly with us. I'd love to have you there, man. Yeah, Photon, she can be a doctor sometimes, man. Between me and my son, she has to be. Trust me. Let's see. What else we got here? Who else we got? Let's see. Yeah, Dustin with the big toe. I need to save that picture. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be one I just kind of hang on to. We got 36 in here, man. 39 actually is what we're showing now. 14 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Like everybody else says, hit the thumbs up. Come on, bam, bam, bam. Give it to me. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Everybody hit thumbs up. But yeah, Jared, if you look around, man, I mean, we're seeing a lot more balsa. Everybody says balsa flies better. I mean, look at Brendan McCormick, just plain crazy. He just did an incredible zero build, man. That plane is absolutely beautiful. The weathering on it is fantastic. Oh, cool. Paul says they're having another one July 10th. Okay, cool, man. Well, I may try to get to that this time then, man. That sounds great. I'll get all our guys to come on over and load up. I think the last time y'all had a flame, we were out of town, so I couldn't make it. Several of our guys went and supported you guys. I know Brian Brody went. I think Nathaniel went. Baron Walker went, I believe. So yeah, we had several of our guys go. But yeah, Balsa seems to be making a large comeback, man, and they're beautiful and they're big. That's the nice thing about them, and that's where we beat this poor pony to death every week on the show. But we would all, I think you guys would feel the same. We would all love to see Motion come out with a big prop plane since they haven't had a release in a while. And let's face it, Flightline puts out some great prop planes, man, and it's time. It's time. I just think they're having a problem with getting things here, man. They had a big issue at one of the ports in California where a crane fell on a lot of containers. They could have been Motion RC stuff, Horizon stuff, who knows? But it's not just them, guys. I talked with Hobby King. I talked to a lot of people, and everybody's having problems. And then it's the shipping across the board. A container, I think they said it went from $1,500 a container to $6,000 shipped. Guys, that ain't just a little price increase. That's a massive price increase. I mean, you're talking 5 times, 6 times the original price. That's crazy. But yeah, and then Jared, yeah, a lot of guys are wanting a big BF 109. And I think it's time. I think Motion's got something coming. They're not talking yet because they don't know when it's going to get here or what's going on. I think it's just a matter of time. Let's face it, guys. Motion ain't never let us down. They've always had good stuff. And I will say, hats off to Horizon Hobby because for how many weeks now? They've been popping out something about every Thursday of every week, from the Timber to the Draco to the F-16. It seems to not to the new the Viper Jet, the 90 millimeter, guys. And let's talk about that a minute. We saw that at Jet Jam. We've seen a lot of videos on that. Have any of you guys ordered that? Because I think it's pretty cool. And for you guys that fly off of Geotech or Asphalt, the reverse thrust is incredible, man. That's an awesome feature. I'd like to see that on more jets. For us grass guys, not so much because our stuff slows down pretty good on grass anyway. That's why we like it. Taking off on Asphalt or Geotech would be awesome. Landing on grass, awesome because it's forgiving and slows you down. But yeah, that Viper Jet, it's nice. Again, I wouldn't rush out and buy it because it's not. I'm more into military birds. I do have the Stinger 90, which I converted into a Navy, T-45 Goshawk. You guys have seen my videos on that. Kind of looks just like it. Matter of fact, it's up there in my rack right now. The Stinger 90, I love it. It's an incredible flying jet, especially now that they've done the upgrades on it. I upgraded mine myself. But yeah, this new Viper jet, yeah, it looks identical to the 70 as far as the, overall look of it. Yes, it's bigger. Yes, the decals are different. It's red and white versus blue and white. The bottom is the camo scheme. The I guess it's digital camo, not digital, but blocky camo. And the main thing I think going for it is the 90 size, and also the fact of the reverse thrusting. Now, 170 miles an hour. I'd have to see it. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I've seen a lot of fast jets. I've seen a lot of guys flying Havocs, all kinds of fast stuff. And 170, I don't know, guys. I mean, your thoughts on that one? Maybe. I would have tailwind and a downline coming from a 400-foot vertical drop. I don't know. 170, man, that's That's fast. That really is fast. So, you guys throw your thoughts in there. I mean, when Ollie was flying it at Jet Jam, I believe is where it was, he put on a good show with it. He flew the crap out of it. It flew great. Great characteristics. I think good slow flight, good knife edge. He did a knife edge all the way around the field. A lot of great characteristics. I think it'll probably fly amazing. But as far as 170 miles an hour, I don't know, man. I'd have to see it. Hey, Jackson, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you. I hope you and Mason are doing well. That video you guys put out with Mason with the Jackson colors, man, that looked great with your scheme and your logo on it, man. That was perfect. Awesome. Good job. Mason, man, he's quite the pilot. He's burning it up. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Deuces, what do you say? I do fly off pavement now and then. Yeah, you do. I've seen you do some of that too, man. And like I said, the reverse thrust is great for those guys that have short geotech or short paved runways. That reverse thrust is everything. I think it'd be great. You want to back it out, I think it's awesome. But it doesn't do a whole lot for us grass guys. The 90 Viper is as close to a foamy turbine as you can get. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I would say that. It's going to be fast, but 170. I mean, hell, I think there's some turbines out there that might not run 170. I don't know. Let's see. What's up, Joe? How are you, man? But yeah, I think the guys had a great time at Jet Jam. I'm glad the weather got better for them. Man, it was getting wet and muddy out there for a while. David Marshall said he was walking around barefooted with mud all over his feet. And it was hot and humid. So, yeah. But I tell you what, props to Marshall and props to all the guys that took those road trips, man. What's up, Wayne's RC? Thank you for coming tonight, man. Yeah, for those guys that took those long road trips to go to those things, man, hey, props, hats off, everything to you guys, because that's a long ride for what you do. Now, I think Seth is coming up soon, if I'm not mistaken, and that's going to be in Georgia, so I'm pretty sure Dave Marshall will get to that one. That ought to be a good time. I think that'd be a great time. I'd love to see that one myself. Roach Coach, what's up, buddy? How are you tonight, man? These are my diehards. Thank you, all you guys, for coming in here. Hey, I'm solo. I'm so low that no, seriously. No, Dustin had to go get a piece of pencil lead pulled out of his cuticle above his big toe that got jammed up underneath it by his daughter's pencil. Can't you just feel it when I tell you that? It's like zipping in your zipper, ow. And if you ain't never done it, guys, consider yourself lucky, because I've done it once in my life and it ain't happened again. Okay, so I'm just saying. And I was in a hurry, and yeah. Okay. But it don't take but one time to never do that again. You take your time no matter what from now on, okay? Jeff in Lower Alabama, he's putting out a lot of good videos, also putting out some stuff at Jet Jam as well, I believe. He was there. Weren't you there, Jeff? But yeah, I know, right, George, about it, man. You get your beans and your franks, man, that ain't yeah, there you go, Deuces. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so let's see. Anything else been going on with you guys? What's up, Mickey? Sir Mickey of House BRC. What is happening, my friend? How are you, man? I'm glad to have you here. Oh, ye of such knowledge. And guys, look, if you haven't checked out all these fellas' channels in here, do check them out, man. Like them and subscribe to them. And we're going up on the likes, man. We're at 22 now. So if you hadn't hit the like button, guys, do it. But yeah, thanks, Shay. I appreciate you coming by, man. And gonna eat some ice cream cones with the kids. I hear you, buddy. Enjoy your night. Tell Ashley we said hello. And that's right, House Customs, man, and distinguished gentleman. Exactly. But But yeah, man, guys, if you haven't checked out, and Deuces, when are you putting up your Sue 30 video, man? Now, you said you got your maiden done. Second flight was good. I've seen that on Facebook. I haven't seen a video pop up yet, man. I want to see a video. I haven't put mine up yet either, though, so I can't say nothing because I have mine in the queue, so to speak. You know, you sound fancy these days when you say it's in the queue. But yeah, so I want to see your video, man. Come on now. I know you. I mean, man, I'm sure you fly the mud out of that thing, buddy. You're a great pilot, man. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, check out your buddies in here. Check out their channels. Watch their videos. Like and subscribe. And you know the funny thing, I remember. I don't know if you guys remember last week when I was in here talking about a channel that I watch because I have a boat. I love the channel. It's called the Chit Show. It's the CHIT show with God, what's his name? I've gone blank now. Come on, somebody chime in. I know you watch it. His last name is Mantineer. God, what's his first name? Anyway, if you haven't watched the Chit Show, guys, if you want to see some funny stuff, he is at Black Point Marine down in Miami, sitting at the boat launch. Alfred, there you go. Yes, there you go, Twin City. Exactly. That's my boy, Alfred. If you guys haven't seen the Chit Show and you want some good laughs, man, with people docking boats, trailering boats, launching boats, coming into docks, and just hear him giving people crap as they ride by, check out his channel, Alfred Montaner and the Chit Show, guys. That's what he calls it. Okay, guys, we're here at the Chit Show. You know, and it is funny to watch this guy. He's talking, wait for it. He's waiting for somebody to mess up with a boat. And I mean, it just makes you laugh, man. I can't help but want to watch his stuff. And he'll do live sometimes for an hour at a time of the boat ramp. And he's sitting across from it, man. And you ought to see all these people putting boats in. They've had to close down the ramp because so many people are getting in there and there's no parking. And I mean, they're putting in big boats. So definitely, yeah, get off my lawn. Exactly. That was today's video, man. No doubt. Get off my lawn. But yeah, Fred the Croc, that's right. And there's also manatees in there. He's got all kinds of cool stuff, guys. There's a 14-foot crocodile that swims around the boat landing, and people falling in around this boat landing. I wouldn't want to be falling in that water. But it's really funny to watch him. So if you guys just want a good laugh, get bored, there's nothing else on, check out the Chit Show with Alfred Montaner YouTube channel. Definitely check him out and tell him Jeff's Custom RC sent you. The guys from Northeast FPV last week on the show heard me talking about it. They're in the UK now. They watched the Chit Show. I mean, I was like, wow, isn't it a small world? These guys all the way around the world, man, are watching Alfred's show. So I wrote him and told him, man, and he was like, oh, my God, that's so cool, man. And we talked for a while. He's a cool guy, man, but definitely check him out. Give him a like and tell him Jeff's Custom RC sent you, man. And hopefully he'll come into the stream at some point. Somebody tell him, hey, come on in, get him in here. He's just really cool. But so I'll tell you guys, unless any of you got anything you want to drop in here tonight, I am going, like I said, solo. I'm doing the best I can. I'm winging it. I thank all you guys for just giving me your time tonight, hanging out with me. I've done the best I can by myself. I hope I haven't disappointed you too bad. And just again, thank you for all the great support. And I won't keep you much longer, especially, you know, if you guys got something you want to drop in here, throw a link in, check out all you buddies' channels, give them a like, give them a subscribe. We all like doing what we do. We love this. I have a passion for it. And as my buddy Brian says, I'm sick, man. I'm sick. I love this. And we'll pick on each other. He says, man, you don't love this as much as I do. I'm like, man, come on now. Come on. I mean, he stayed over here last Friday night until what, 10:30, 11 o'clock, working on planes and just hanging out in the garage, man, because it was starting to rain. And so, yeah, we can always find stuff to work on. So thank you, 6SRC, man. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate the compliment. And I tell you, I wish I knew how to give you a wrench, man. Anybody want to tell me how to do it, I'll be glad to, because I don't know how. Let me see if I click on these three buttons over here. Does that do anything? Let's see. Let me look. Let's see. Pin, put user in. No, we're not going to put you in timeout. No, we don't want to. Add moderator. There you go. So now you hit 6S You got a wrench, baby. I just gave my first wrench. Dustin always does this, man. So, hey, I just gave a wrench, man. I wrenched you, buddy. You're my first wrench. It's amazing how that excites you, right? I see why everybody likes to do it now. So now success, anytime you write anything, you'll come up with blue and a wrench. Imagine that, man. And we didn't charge you $50 for it. How about that? Like some other channels out there. Let's see. EQ says, Kenny, was my unboxing video and see if I can use the 6S Y harness on the P38 or will ESCs need to be replaced? EQ, you ought to watch my buddy Baron Walker, man, that flies at our field. He's done the whole conversion on his. He's upgraded his to 1-pack, I believe. And what he's done, does he do 2? Is it 1 or 2? I think it's 1 6S pack, or is it 2? He's put in different motors, different ESCs, and different props and a sound system, man. That thing will scream, buddy. And he tells how to do it on his channel. So Baron's 5362. Check out his channel and watch it. Yeah, Roach, drop your links in here, man. Any of you guys want to drop a link? Yeah, $50, deuces. That's right, man. Not here, baby. Everybody's welcome. Just glad to have you guys here and participating and just being on this channel, man. I'm just winging it, so to speak. Hey, there's a channel name. I think somebody does have that. Just winging it. Isn't that a channel? I think so. Check the mail. Checking the mail. Oh yeah. Okay, man. Appreciate that very much. Let's see. Yes, I'll watch it. Yeah, I mean EQ. It's an awesome mod, man. And like I said, he put different props on it, different ESCs, and man, she's bad business. And then he's got the Sense One sound system that I've told you guys about many a time that I love. It's like $79 from Banggood. They don't have it in stock very often right now, which you know how that works with everything. But yeah, it's awesome. And I have videos on my channel as well, EQ, of him flying that. If you want to pull them up and watch them, you can. And I also talked about it in my video. We showed the inside. We talked about the props. We talked about the ESC. So that's in the video of Baron Walker flying his P38. So check that out and see what you think, man. And maybe you'll get some information. It might be something you want to do. Let's see. I ain't got it. What ain't you got, David? What's all out of whack, man? Let's see. Couple of pilot sound systems on the EDS. Yeah, man, you know, these sound systems are awesome. I've got it on my Corsair. I've got it on my my Beaver, my big 2,000 millimeter Beaver. I've got it on my T28. And I'm telling you, man, it's amazing. These sound systems just wake an electric plane up, whether it's a jet or a prop plane. And they sound really good. If it ain't 6S, it's too slow. Well, Brian, you know, buddy, my man's got like the FMS T28, man. And he's put a damn new ESC in that thing, and he's flying it. And I'm surprised he hasn't peeled the wings back yet, man. When he comes ripping down the field with that thing, it's like, I mean, it's yeah, it's getting it. He flies the snot out of that plane, doing a great job with that one. Matter of fact, there's video for it. Check it out. Oh, let's see. Okay, much love, fellow RC pilots. All right, buddy. Hey, thank you, deuces, man. Get that SU-30 video up, man. I want to see it. I want to check you out flying that thing, man. I'm glad you got it going. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it. Great show. We try, buddy. I'm trying, man. I always want to keep you guys entertained as much as I can. And I just, again, appreciate you being here, buddy. It just means a lot to me. And we're coming up on that 10 o'clock hour, guys. And I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. We normally wrap it up around 10 anyway. So, again, you guys, we'll let you know Dustin's progress. My first live stream by myself, I guess it went okay. Thumbs up, guys, if you liked it. Thank you very much for being here. Hope to see you next week. Get some flying in. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. It's a good time of summer. Be safe outside. Be safe in the water if you're in the water. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. And fly happy, man. Good skies to you guys. And I will see you next week right here on round 69 of Fight Club. See you guys.